Alright. Just wanted to make this video quickly. It is, what's the time now? I don't know if you can see that. Just hit 7 o'clock. Walking the dog. Right, anyway. I wanted to talk about, I mentioned it briefly, yes, last video. But it's about David Goggins. Yeah, it's about his sort of philosophy about life, if you will. He was saying that he doesn't believe in a god specifically, but like a person above humans, you know, when you die up in space, whatever. And he believes when you die, this god, whatever, he has a chart, right? And on this chart it says your name, your date of birth, where you're born, all this stuff. And on the chart it says all the stuff that you've achieved in your life. So whatever that is, if that's running a certain distance in a certain time and having this job or that job or owning this car, or whatever you achieve, there's this list, right? And then he puts that list down and he picks up another list, right? And on this list is everything that you should have achieved in your life. And so everything you should have achieved, everything that you were born out to achieve, what you could achieve, what humans can achieve, you know? And you're looking at this chart and they're comparing the two. And, you know, he feels regret and he feels failure because he's looking at what he's done in this life. Okay, he's worked like an average job and he's ran, I don't know, 5k, whatever. And then he looks at what he could have done with his life, you know? And what he could have done was incredible things. Running 200 miles in one go. I guess, talk about pull-ups, whatever it is. And it's about making the most of your life, essentially, and that's his philosophy. And the way that the fact is, right, that by living like that, you live a fulfilled life, because you will always, by having that mindset, you always wake up and you're like, okay, this is the goal for today, you know, this is the goal for this week, whatever. When you live with a mindset of you want to achieve stuff, you want to do well with the life you have, things will come into place and you will achieve stuff that you want to achieve, and that's facts. I mean, there's to add on to that, I guess that relates to his philosophy a little bit, but he talks about living in an uncomfortable environment, and I'll talk about this in the future, right? But living in an uncomfortable environment, and by living a life where you're always comfortable, you know, you do a job that you've been doing for how many years, whatever, and then you go home and then you watch TV for this long, and then you go to sleep, and this just repeat till it's the weekend, and then on the weekend you relax, whatever, and it's like you're not achieving what you could be achieving, you know, you're not maximizing your potential on this earth. And he says, living in uncomfortable environments, you know, going for a run, getting in that cold shower, going to the gym, whatever it is, going into an uncomfortable environment calluses your mind. And he says that a lot, calluses your mind, makes you more resilient to everything, you know what I mean? Everything. And one of the things he said when he was in his uncomfortable environment, if he was doing buds or running or pull-ups or whatever, he would always say to use your cookie jar. And your cookie jar, he called it a cookie jar, but it's essentially thinking about moments in your life which you're proud of, which, you know, you've done, which make you proud, like, you know what, I've done that, I've ran 5k in 22 minutes, or whatever it is, whatever it makes you, you're like, you know what, I've done that. And having that sort of mindset of, this is what I've done, so let's do this now, let's stay hungry, let's go on to the next thing, all relates within each other. That's quite interesting. So I'm going to leave it there. Right.